Happy Friday and happy first day of summer. Actually, for Chicago in the Midwest, summer officially starts 10:54 a.m., the summer solstice. So we still have a couple of hours, but guess what? We are celebrating every moment. God is so good. And this goes right in line with Leviticus 23. It's all about festivals, celebrating, feasts, right? Commemorating God's goodness. Woo, excuse the airplane. But we know that this is high time for festival season in Chicago. But guess what? When I was in Milwaukee, they have a huge festival that they started back in 1968 called Summerfest. And it's a 10-day run where they feature international world music groups, right? So you have the Germans, and then you have the Irish, and you have the Indians. It's really fascinating, and they have this under Lake Michigan, lakefront, and it's a big deal. Like 800,000 people. Wow. So anyway, Chicago has a lot of neighborhood fests, but guess what? Every day we have a celebration of God's goodness wherever we are. We don't have to be out downtown, West Loop or South Loop, wherever. We don't have to be at Millennium Park. We could be right here because our temple, our tabernacle houses God's Spirit. Amen. And Leviticus 23:38. Besides the Sabbaths of the Lord, and besides your gifts, and beside all your vows, and beside all your freewill offerings, which ye give unto the Lord, every day we perpetually give the gifts that we can't even repay the Lord, but we want to be mindful that we are offering our lives as sacrifices. Lord, do whatever you want. I was in my journal last night, and Lord just gave me a to-do list, what to accomplish this summer through Him. I can't do it. I'm going to have to walk by faith and not by sight. But one of the things He had me, after I was jogging this morning, I was pulling up some of those weeds. I was like, where did all these weeds come from? They just multiplied because of the rain and everything. But landscaping. But He gave me a list of so much more to accomplish. And I know He'll do the same for you. He wants us to do His will during the summer season, right? Let's look to the end. They store up food in the summer. They work hard in the summer. So in the fall, they could just chill out and enjoy their harvest. And we got to do the same. In verse 39, it talks about, again, we work hard, but then there is a Sabbath. There's a Sabbath of rest. The Lord wants us to know that He is our perfect peace and rest perpetually when we are doing the work that He has for us to do. But it's just exciting, the to-do list that He has each one of us to do. For He will fulfill His will for each of our lives. Amen. And that reminds me, what is that? That God just wants us to walk in His way. And in verse 40 of chapter 23, and ye shall take you on the first day of the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and the willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God. That's what festivals are. We're celebrating God's goodness. 41, and ye shall keep it a fast unto the Lord 7 days a year. And we know the Jewish calendar, the festival of booths, the 7th month is like the 10th month, and Passover is usually in April. But guess what? The calendar that we use is every day is a day of Thanksgiving. Okay? It's not only the fourth Thursday of November. So let's just celebrate God's goodness and the beginning of summer, beginning of festival season, and enjoy being a blessing to others. Have a good one.